So I mean, it looks like a pretty regular barbarian, but then against like bosses and stuff, it's gonna be able to clear a little bit faster. Think about it. The voice crack. Today I want to show you guys some changes I made to my barbarian. So as a lot of you may know, grief has ignore target's defense on it, but that doesn't work for champion and elite packs, so I threw infinity on my mercenary for the conviction aura. So let's go take a run with this, and then I'll talk over my skill decisions, my gear, everything like that. You'll have to wait a little bit for me to ID that. That's going to be part of my bait. Probably shouldn't even bother with these since I play on players 1 mostly. Maybe some of those ghosts I should, you know, bother with, but a lot of the trash mobs probably shouldn't spend too much time just because of the no drop chance. Everybody tells me play players 8, but then they complain about me not taking those out. Those don't do very much on players 1.
I am overburdened.
You cleared only a 4th of the level. So conviction's not really doing shit to those, except for my mercenary. It is helping him hit them. But conviction definitely helps with like him.
Not enough mana.
And I'm gonna have to heal my mercenary because he doesn't have any life leech, but I mean that's what potions are in the game for, right? One press of a button. Imagine if it was that easy in real life. You're sick, you just sip some potion and you're back at full health again. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So I mean, it looks like a pretty regular barbarian, but then against like bosses and stuff, it's gonna be able to clear a little bit faster. And ooh, too bad it's not F. But one thing to keep in mind with this is we're only 1 point in whirlwind, and that conviction just makes us not miss really with our whirlwind, even though we're 1 point. We do have 239 dex, so we got pretty good dexterity. Our whirlwind's got 10k attack rating, but that conviction aura really is a game changer against the bosses in that regard. Frenzy with all the synergies, we didn't put any into increased stamina. I think there was 1 point, but everything to max out the damage that we were going to get out of frenzy. Then we had 1 point berserk, 1 point whirlwind, maxed out blade mastery, 6 points natural resistance, 6 points increased speed just to run faster. I think it goes well with Enigma. Then we got 1 point in our war cries, but maxed out taunt for that frenzy. Just because for something like Bale, it's going to take him out a little bit faster. I probably should have put 1 point into battle cry just to be able to lower his defense even more. But this will be fine. We basically just telly stomp Bale. Damn, I hate those. We telly stomp Bale. We whirlwind him down to get a little bit of crushing blow. And our mercenaries also doing some good crushing blow. And then at a certain point we just start frenzying for the last portion of his health. And I think that's much faster than if we just whirlwind the whole way through. And it's faster than if we were to berserk at the end of the battle as well. So that's my reasoning for doing that. And our mercenary, he's got infinity Leviathan because it's got 45 strength, which is essentially 45 enhanced damage, and then physical damage reduction. We got a good roll on that, so I was like, shit, let's use it. Then we got G-Face, so he's got 75 crushing blow. Don't laugh at me, Bale. 75 crushing blow. He's got cannot be frozen, So the only thing he lacks really is, you know, we gotta hit him with a potion every now and then. He's a thirsty boy. But other than that, we're good. So that said, let's go ahead and get on to Bale. Don't want to hold you too long. I'll show you all my gear at the very end. Since I probably would have gotten killed by Bale if I stopped for any longer. That's going to be my excuse I'm going to run with. 1 point whirlwind is working just as good as the maxed out one that I had prior to respeccing recently. So with that said, you know, that max frenzy, this is going to just be a way better barb for doing Ubers with. You know, I could throw a last wish on one hand, leave it as is, or I could throw last wish and Drax, or I could just throw Drax on. We'll be ready to go. Probably wouldn't even need to worry about proccing my fade. I'd get the fade over the course of doing the Ubers, which would be pretty cool. So I mean, like the champs and elites, just we don't miss them the same way that we usually do, which in my opinion is just the biggest downside of melee characters. So Conviction aura, in my opinion, is just the strongest aura in the game. You could maybe say Fanaticism aura for some builds, just because it allows you to hit certain breakpoints, but I think for the sake of just like all around Conviction aura, you just can't go wrong with it. Makes your mercenary stronger, makes you stronger, helps casters, helps melee characters. If you think about it, damn, the voice crack. If you think about it, it's actually kind of overpowered compared to other auras. Now we switched our frenzy. We could have switched a little bit earlier, because we don't really need crushing blow at a certain point. Once he's at 40% health, at that point we're relying on our raw damage, which the dual grief is going to do really well as long as we're hitting. So that's why the Conviction aura is so good. So we got dual grief. This is actually one I rolled over on ladder. Was pretty excited to bring it over because it matches this. It's just got better attack speed. So dual 389 griefs. We got these blood gloves with dual leech on them and 20 IAS. Could have had 10% crushing blow, but hey, could have had 20% or 20 life, but whatever. Raven Frost, Arax, some a dual leech ring, Gore Riders, High Lords, Enigma, and Ariots. 15 IAS, 13 max damage jewel in it. Then we got Balancing Axe with 3 to War Cries, and then Heart Carver, just so we can have that find item, which isn't bad because it's got 50% chance for us, which was actually the previous max prior to it getting buffed up to 75 now. So that's good. Here's all my charms. Torch and Annie. Mostly focused on trying to pump up my attack rating with charms like this, like 32 to 36 attack rating. That's 36 is perfect, so this charm's essentially 36 attack rating, 2% enhanced damage, which is cool. So like these attack rating charms, 30 and up basically, are really, really helpful. 36 is the perfect roll. So yeah, we got that, and that's about it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by.